What's up, babes? Welcome to our core four, the autopilot meal plan. Have you ever woken up and thought, I don't want to track today. I am too tired. I am too busy. My kids are making me crazy. Or crap, I forgot to pre-log all my food and now I have to do a log as I go day and I feel overwhelmed. Like I'm not going to be able to do this, or I'm going to have to eat really crappy food I don't like, right? Or maybe you wake up and your kid spiked a fever and is leaking green goop from their nose and they can't go to school and your whole day, week, maybe even a month, depending on how many kids, because they fall like dominoes. I feel like it just collapsed, right? So you quit tracking, you start stress eating, and you just feel too overwhelmed to stay on top of your goals. Does it sound like you? So these life moments, they can derail you for weeks or months, even though in the grand scheme of things, it's a drop in the bucket of time, but it becomes this massive thing because you don't have a plan, right? You're lacking a backup plan for when chaos takes over. And I have plans for my plans. So unless I'm down with the stomach flu, there's practically nothing that's going to throw me off track so that I can't rebound. I used to fall in this trap too. Like my transformation is crazy. I'd do good for a couple of weeks. I'd see some progress and then something would happen, either work or kid related or both. And boom, I'm right back to munching that Costco bag of Doritos, Ben and Jerry's on the couch, like 5 pounds back on, up and down, up and down, up and down. I went on this yo-yo, pushing myself to be more extreme in my measures when it was good times to compensate for the rebound, right? Like I'd be running like crazy. I'd eat barely anything and then I'd rebound for weeks at a time and I just would get back on track and I'd do it even harder. But the rebound always came back harder and stronger until I learned how to make my core four, which is what I'm going to teach you guys to do today. And this is magical. Okay, can I say magical? It is magical. So here is the gist of the core four. It needs to be in line with your goals. Okay? Sorry. It needs to be in line with your goals. It needs to be balanced. You need to have protein, fiber, and fat on every plate. You need to be able to make it pretty much anywhere and anytime. And it has to taste good and you actually like it, right? It's not going to work if you don't like it, because when you feel overwhelmed, the last thing that you want to do is have something that you don't like. That's why we go and eat Doritos and watch Grey's Anatomy, okay? It should be simple is the last one, okay? I teach my clients how to build a perfect day around their macros to fall back to when you get tired of tracking, busy, or just lose a little motivation. So you can think of it as your autopilot meal plan when you just can't even. You can just follow this. And I highly recommend that you guys either print this out, write it out, but have it somewhere that you can get to. And it's simple. The more barriers that you put between things, the less likely that you are to do them. Okay. So this is one that I use. I'm going to give you guys an example of my core four. Okay. So breakfast. Guess what today is? It's a core four day. Smoothie, protein powder, berries, yogurt, chia. That's it. That's what I put in this. And this is a peanut butter and jelly one. So I actually skipped the yogurt and I put peanut butter in. I use chia because it's loaded with fiber. Berries, low glycemic. You can have lots of them, low calorie. And I usually do 2 scoops of protein powder in here because I like to front load my protein. Lunch. We call it a BAS. Okay. It's a big ass salad. It's a kitchen sink salad, right? Whatever I have in my kitchen is going to go into a bowl and I'm going to call it salad. I almost always have chickpeas on hand. So that goes in my salad. So I'm making sure I'm getting my fiber, chicken, canned chicken, chicken breast, whatever leftover meat I have kicking around goes in the salad. Okay. And then dressing. If I have dressing, cool, I'll put some dressing on it. If not, I will use spray avocado oil, or if I've got olive oil, I'll do that with some kind of vinegar and some seasoning. Like that's it. Whatever the hell is in your fridge that looks like a vegetable goes in the salad, unless it's a potato. That might be strange. Okay. And then for dinner, my go-to dinner is stir fry because it is so easy. And you can literally, if this is this is a cultural meal for you, don't get mad at me right now, but you can literally put anything in stir fry and call it stir fry. So it's simple. Chicken. You could do canned chicken in this too if you wanted to do something simple. You could put beef in it. You could put pork in it. You can put literally any meat in this. Rice, That's cheap. Always have that on hand. Some kind of frozen vegetable or vegetables that are going bad, and sauce. And that's it. My last snack that I have on my core 4 day is like a green smoothie. So spinach, greens, flax, avocado, protein, or apple, PB, yogurt, protein, cinnamon dip. That's the other one I'll do. If I don't want to go to the store and get spinach because it's often not good in my fridge, it's kind of wilty, I'll do my PB yogurt, protein, and cinnamon dip, and I'll have apple slices, right? Protein, fiber, and fats. All good things. Wouldn't it be so much easier if you could just whip out your notebook and intentionally choose a core 4 day instead of saying today's too hard and hitting the fuck up button and completely derailing yourself, sending yourself into that guilt spiral for weeks? Like, oh, I screwed up on Thursday. I guess I can't start again till Monday. And then Monday rolls around and it's too hard. And by the time you get around to doing it, it's Christmas. Stop doing that. It's okay to have a core 4 day. It doesn't make you lazy. It makes you prepared. And if it comes down to it, and this is what you eat every single day for the next 3 weeks because you just can't even, and you're trying to wrap your head around learning how to track your food, cool. That's okay. The less variety that you have in the beginning, the more likely you are to be successful. I have clients that eat the exact same thing for breakfast, lunch, and snack, and their variety is in their dinner because their family is picky, right? And a lot of the times that's me too. I do cook 3 different meals for dinner. Variations of the same thing, because I have one picky eater who lives on spaghetti and chicken nuggets. I've got one who has major texture issues. And then there's me and Ollie and Ethan. We'll just eat whatever, right? So I have a lot of variety in my dinner sometimes. But I also know that if I don't have variety in my dinner because it's a core 4 day, they will all eat stir fry or a variation of it. Lockie will eat the chicken and sometimes the rice if I'm in a good space, you know? So you don't have to do that anymore. You don't have to do the guilt spiral. You don't have to feel like you're unprepared because you have a plan. Use the core 4. Okay. And that's your homework for today. I want all of you to go into the app or MyFitnessPal or wherever you're tracking your food, log in and make a core 4 day that meets the requirements of your calories and protein. Forget about your fat goal, forget about your carb goal. It doesn't matter, okay? What matters is that you're getting enough protein, okay? Remember, protein is the minimum. Whatever your protein goal is, you need to hit that protein goal or more. Calories is a ceiling, so you need to hit that calorie goal without going over. And then you need to make sure you're getting enough fiber. And for women, fiber needs to be between 30 and like 35 to 40 grams, depending on how much protein that you're eating every day. It is that simple. It sounds complicated, but once it's done, you have a system that works. So when your kids get sick and you can't do anything, core 4. When you've got a big deadline coming up at work and you don't have time for anything, core 4. If you can core 4 a drive-through meal, you're laughing at this point, right? You could do, I don't even know, chicken. You could go to McDonald's, right? McDonald's is easy. Everyone's got that and it's all over the world, right? Is it in Iqaluit, Rebecca? I don't know. You could get a chicken wrap and ask for extra chicken. Put the chicken in your wrap. Sauce on the side, sauce it yourself. Like, it's really that simple, okay? When you're done making your core 4 day, I want all of you to do this, even if it feels hard, even if it feels like I don't want to do this. You need to do it. It's going to change your life. When you're done, go and post it in the group. That is your homework, okay? And doing this, posting it in the group, is going to help not only you, but it's going to help other people. You're going to see ideas for things that you might not think about. Maybe somebody's doing overnight oats because that works really well for them. Maybe somebody's on the smoothie kick and they've got a different recipe. Maybe somebody does a really cool version of the dinner that you're doing that's slightly different, and you guys can connect and talk about this. There's opportunity in here to support one another and get cool ideas. And once you have this core 4 completed, like when I say it's life-changing, I'm not pumping your tires. It literally changes my life. I have been the last 3 weeks, because I've been prepping this challenge. You think that I have had time to track my food and make all these wonderful meals for my family? No. I've been core 4 in it for the last 3 weeks because there just has not been time. And that's okay. It doesn't make you a failure to not have time. It doesn't make you a failure to be busy. It doesn't make you a failure or your kids part of the problem because shit is going on with them. It doesn't. The problem is failing to plan is planning to fail. Okay. Go do your homework. Go forth and core 4.